4-0, and I was like, no, I want to take that one away. That was my goal today. I'd said it to my mum before I left. I was like, I don't care how I win. I said, I'm just going to win. I said, I don't care, like, if it's a slugfest or a wrestling match or whatever, I don't really care.
Levi Steedman laughed at Dakota Ditcheva, mocking her in an interview and claiming she didn't care that she was going to win. 4-0, and I was like, no, I'm going to take that one away. That was my goal today. I said it to my mom before I left. I was like, I don't care how I win. I said, I'm just going to win. I said, I don't care if it's a slugfest or a wrestling match or whatever. I don't really care about fighting and things like that. I'm going to go back to learning the groundwork for MMA, get my groundwork up to scratch and carry that on as well. But if an opportunity comes for Thai boxing in K1, then I'm open to that as well.
With the fighting and things like that, I'm going to go back to learning the groundwork for MMA, get my groundwork up to scratch and carry that on as well. But if opportunity comes for Thai boxing in K1, then I'm open to that as well.
But what she didn't know? That laugh would be her last. Because after facing Dakota Ditcheva, she was never going to laugh again. May 25th, 2019. A night that would become a turning point in both fighters' careers, though for very different reasons.
And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota Ditcheva was already making serious waves in the UK MMA scene. With a Muay Thai background that was absolutely devastating and striking precision that looked surgical, she was quickly becoming one of the most talked about prospects in the country. Her record was spotless, her technique was flawless, and her power was undeniable. But Levi Steedman wasn't impressed. Not even a little bit. In fact, she was downright dismissive. In the lead-up to this fight, Levi made it crystal clear she saw Dakota as just another name on her record. She laughed at Dakota's credentials. She mocked her undefeated status. She talked about taking that 0 away like it was already decided. She didn't care if Dakota wanted to strike, grapple, wrestle, or anything else. In her mind, she was walking out with the win no matter what. The confidence was sky high. The mockery was public, and the disrespect was obvious to everyone watching. Levi had already moved past this fight in her head, already planning her next moves, already acting like Dakota was yesterday's news. What Levi didn't understand was that she was about to step into the cage with a future star, someone who would make her regret every word, every laugh, every ounce of disrespect she'd shown. The opening bell rang and Dakota Ditcheva stepped forward with calm, surgical focus. Levi came out with that same confidence she'd carried all week, but confidence doesn't block strikes, and it definitely doesn't stop what was about to happen.
Thai boxing in the country. We've got one of the best up-and-coming MMA fighters in the country as well.
Brilliant knee. That's where that Thai background comes in.
Yeah, straight through the middle.
These two are two of that, like you say, the high prospects in the United Kingdom at the moment.
Both of them are very good prospects. They've done a big knee straight down the centre there.
Levi can't be taking many more of these.
Yeah, Levi needs to get this to the ground, as we said from the start here. She does need to get this to the ground. We've got a very good Thai boxer in front of her.
Yeah, Levi Steedman is an all-round fighter, don't get me wrong, coming out of SBG Manchester, but if she's got any advantage in this fight, she's going to have to get it to the ground. Does not want to be eating these knees from Dakota. They're taking their toll.
Yeah, absolutely. She's going to take some big shots here. This is what Dakota is made to do, to throw them knees as hard as she can. Straight down the middle.
Dakota immediately took control of the center of the cage. She moved with purpose, using her massive reach advantage to keep Levi at the perfect distance. And then came the knees. Those devastating, career-altering knees that Dakota had become famous for. Every single time Levi tried to close the distance, Dakota made her pay in the worst way possible. Clean knees to the body, powerful knees to the chest, one after another, landing with brutal impact that echoed through the arena. You could hear them connecting. You could see Levi's body recoil with each strike. This wasn't a competitive exchange. This was a lesson being taught in real time.
Yeah, this is
And
exactly
again.
right. Oh, big
Big
head
head
shot.
And Levi breaks that. She doesn't look phased from that, which is very surprising.
Now, Levi's a very, very tough young girl. And
Yeah.
this is the thing where she needs to look at that takedown, though. There we go. On the inside, Dakota's got that crossface once again.
Levi tried everything she'd talked about before the fight. She tried to grapple. She shot for takedowns. She tried to pressure forward and make it ugly, but nothing worked. Dakota's takedown defense was perfect. Her clinch control was masterful. Every attempt Levi made was shut down and punished with more strikes. The technical mastery Dakota displayed was stunning. Her footwork kept her at the perfect range. Her timing was impeccable. Her power was undeniable. This was Thai boxing at its finest, being used to completely dismantle an opponent who thought she could just will her way to victory.
Let her go, and that is the end of the fight, at the end of the round.
What a fantastic fight in both girls. That is high-level female mixed martial arts in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, two massive prospects, regardless of the outcome here. You know, and a really good work from start to finish with Ditcheva.
Obviously a very very confident Dakota Ditcheva there.
You could see the realization hitting Levi's face. The confidence was cracking. The cockiness was fading. This wasn't the easy fight she'd imagined. This was a completely different level of competition, and she was on the wrong side of it. Dakota wasn't just winning the round. She was sending a message. Every knee was a response to every mocking word Levi had said. Every strike was a reminder of why you never underestimate your opponent. By the end of round one, Levi walked back to her corner, knowing she was in serious trouble. The crowd was roaring for Dakota. And that pre-fight laugh? It was long gone. To her credit, Levi Steedman showed real heart in round two. She came out determined to change the trajectory of this fight. She tightened her defense, pushed the pace harder, and started making this as ugly as possible. She was hunting for takedowns with desperation now, trying anything to get this fight away from Dakota's striking, and she found some small moments of success. She managed to secure a few takedowns. She controlled some positions on the ground. She made Dakota work and showed she wasn't going to just fold under the pressure. But even in her best moments, Levi was still in danger, because Dakota's skill transcended just one area. Even when the fight hit the ground, Dakota showed composure and intelligence. She defended well, worked back to her feet, and immediately went back to what was working. The striking exchanges continued to favor Dakota heavily. Her crossface in the clinch was dominant. Her knees from inside positions were brutal, and every time Levi thought she was making progress, Dakota would land something clean that reminded her exactly who was in control. This round was closer than the first. Levi had moments. She showed toughness and heart. But showing heart against elite skill only gets you so far. Dakota remained the more dangerous fighter, the more technical fighter, and the fighter firmly in control of this bout. Round 3 arrived with everything on the line. Dakota came out with one goal: leave absolutely zero doubt about who won this fight.
Aggressive, Danny.
Very aggressive. Good hands as well, but tell you, Georgina, it's like a very strong girl too, Vinny.
Good knee that from Ditcheva.
Straight through the centre, yeah.
Ditcheva's on a mission here, my friend. Really is. Looks very strong.
Yep, a little bit over each other in the clinch there, Vinny, and girls look good on the outside as we're starting here. Push kick to the face, followed by hands.
Class head there. Good push kick there from Ditcheva, setting up good hands as well.
Georgina van der Linden, known as Dakota 2.0, sent a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva before their June 2014 showdown. The Dutch fighter declared she would destroy Dakota and her hype and put an end to her rising career. Georgina van der Linden wasn't just confident, she was supremely confident. In multiple interviews before the fight, the Dutch kickboxer made it crystal clear that she saw Dakota Ditcheva as nothing more than hype waiting to be exposed. "I will destroy Dakota Ditcheva," Georgina declared in Dutch media. "When I step into that ring, her career is over. She's never faced anyone like me before. They call me Dakota 2.0 for a reason. I'm everything she is, but better."
In mijn hoofd, voordat ik de partij begonnen was, toen dacht ik al, ja, deze partij is gewoon voor mij. Zo moet ik eigenlijk elke partij ingaan. Ga je een partij in dat je denkt, ik ga verliezen, kan je beter stoppen. Dan gaat het niet goed. Dus ja, gelijk vanaf eerste begin.
The nickname Dakota 2.0 was meant to be intimidating. Georgina believed she possessed all of Dakota's skills, but with more power, more aggression, and more heart. She promised that when she won, Dakota's career would be finished, and the hype train would come crashing to a halt. The combat sports world took notice. Here was a young Dutch fighter with an aggressive kickboxing style willing to step up and challenge one of the rising stars in women's MMA. The stage was set for an explosive confrontation. When Dakota entered the fighting zone that night, her career was genuinely in danger. One loss to a fighter like Georgina could derail everything she'd been building. The pressure was immense, but Dakota remained calm and focused, ready to let her skills do the talking. While Georgina was busy making headlines with her trash talk, Dakota Ditcheva took a different approach. She didn't engage in a war of words or make grandiose predictions. Instead, she showed respect while remaining confident in her own abilities. After the fight, Dakota reflected on her opponent's strength with genuine respect. To be honest, she was quite a strong hitter. You know, the stuff that she'd catch me with, she was strong. So it was looking to be shaping up to be a good fight. You know, it was quite early, but still, it was going to be quite a good fight. But you know, I just caught her with a couple of good shots.
She was quite a strong hitter, you know, the stuff that she did catch me with, she was strong. So it was looking to be shaping up to a good fight. You know, it was quite early, but still, it was going to be quite a good fight. But, you know, I just caught her with a couple of good shots.
This response perfectly captures Dakota's mindset. She acknowledged Georgina's power and skill, but she also knew that when it mattered most, her own technique, timing, and fight IQ would make the difference. Dakota also took to Twitter to send her own message, letting the world know that actions speak louder than words. While Georgina had promised destruction, Dakota was about to deliver a masterclass in striking, movement, and tactical dominance. When the opening bell rang, the energy inside the arena was electric. Dakota immediately took control of the center of the ring, showcasing her trademark speed and precision. Georgina came forward aggressively, throwing heavy Dutch kickboxing combinations and trying to pressure Dakota early, but Dakota's movement was too sharp. She landed clean jabs and powerful low kicks that immediately began to slow down Georgina's momentum.
Aggressive, Danny.
Very aggressive. Good hands as well, but tell you, Georgina looks like a very strong girl too, Vinny.
Good knee, that from Ditcheva.
The commentators noted the contrast in styles. Two aggressive girls, aren't they? One said. By the end of the round, Dakota had already begun dictating the pace, leaving Georgina slightly frustrated and off rhythm. In the second round, Georgina came out swinging harder, determined to make a statement after losing the opener. She tried to close the distance and land her heavy shots, but Dakota stayed composed, slipping punches and responding with sharp counters. Midway through the round, Dakota connected with a crisp right hand, followed by a spinning back kick that sent shockwaves through the crowd. The commentators were in awe. Tough girl, it's Georgina. There's no way you're going to see someone really from Holland come over to lie down. They know the warrior spirit.
Good knee, that from Ditcheva.
Straight through the centre, yep.
Ditcheva's on a mission here, my friend. Really is. Looks very strong.
But Dakota's timing and accuracy were beginning to break Georgina down. By the end of round 2, Dakota was comfortably in control. The third round saw Dakota shift gears completely. She began mixing in body kicks and teep kicks to keep Georgina at range. Every time Georgina tried to step in, she was met with a stiff jab or a punishing leg kick.
Girls look good on the outside as we're starting here. Push kick to the face, followed by hands.
Class head there. Good push kick there from Ditcheva, setting up good hands as well.
One commentator noted something remarkable. This girl's only just turned 16. At just 16 years old, Dakota was displaying fight IQ and technical skill that fighters twice her age would envy. Georgina looked tired, her punches slowing down, while Dakota's confidence grew with every strike. A solid head kick caught Georgina's attention just before the bell, and the momentum had tilted heavily toward Dakota.
Get released there from the clinch there, Vinny.
Only reddening on the heads of both girls, Danny. Ditcheva really going forward with the heavy shots.
Georgina showed her toughness in the fourth round, coming out and trying to rally back. She managed to corner Dakota briefly and throw some solid combinations, but Dakota's defense and clinch work neutralized any danger. The commentators observed, the young Dutch girl has blown a bit. She's fighting with her heart now. Dakota dominated the exchanges, landing knees in the clinch and sharp elbows that stunned Georgina. Every attempt from the Dutch fighter was met with precise counters.
Oh, good.
Yep. She's really loading up on that though, Danny.
Yep, but good hands from Georgina there on the exchange.
In the final round, both fighters gave it their all, but Dakota was clearly ahead. She controlled the pace, landed more significant strikes, and showcased incredible composure. One commentator summed it up perfectly. I'm going to go as far as to say it's one of the best young girl fights I've seen in England for a long time. Georgina showed heart, refusing to back down, but it wasn't enough. When the final bell rang, the judges had no doubt Dakota Ditcheva won by unanimous decision.
Northern Holland, Georgina van der Linden.
Definitely more focused Georgina coming out for this second round, Vinny. She's come out with a mission, hasn't she?
Yeah, she certainly has.
What was supposed to be Georgina van der Linden's breakout moment, her chance to destroy Dakota and establish herself as Dakota 2.0, instead became a harsh lesson in humility. Dakota's performance was nothing short of masterful. From the opening bell to the final round, she demonstrated why she's one of the most dangerous and technical fighters in the game. Her power, precision, and fight IQ were simply on another level.
Dakota Ditcheva, one by one, opponent by opponent, fight by fight, has been stripping down all the resistance to her actual stardom.
Beautiful knee. First round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubter.
Well, a model just beat your ass, so shut up.
What a finish. Beautiful work.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body. World Championship.
Give me whoever you want. I'll clean them all out. Just give them to me one by one.
You have an absolute superstar on our hand there. Dakota Ditcheva, she looks the part, she talks the part, she fights the part. She's a superstar.
No limit to how high I'm going to go. I'm sticking around for a long time for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota Ditcheva is back, and she's not returning for just any fight. The undefeated striking phenom is set to face one of the most dangerous opponents of her career. Yes, you heard that right. PFL has officially confirmed the fight we've all been waiting for. On Saturday, February 7th, 2026 in Dubai, Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva will step into the cage against the explosive veteran Denise Kielholtz in a women's flyweight bout that promises absolute fireworks. PFL made it official on their page with a message that sent shockwaves through the combat sports community. Welcome back to the Dakota Ditcheva show. Dangerous returns on Saturday, February 7th, as she clashes with Denise Kielholtz in a women's flyweight bout, set to bring the action in Dubai. Be there on Saturday, February 7th. Tickets are now on sale. Before we dive into the breakdown, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Denise Kielholtz just dropped a massive bombshell message aimed directly at Dakota. And trust me, these words are dripping with confidence and aggression. Here's exactly what Denise said. I know my skills. I know what I can do. But sometimes in the cage or in the ring, it doesn't come out. And now we trained so much about aggression, and just have no regret of anything. And you see what happened.
I know my skills. I know what I can do. But sometimes in the cage or in the ring, it doesn't come out. And now we train so much for aggression, and just have no regret of anything. And you see what happened.
Let that sink in for a moment. Denise is basically saying she's been holding back in previous fights, but not this time. She's trained specifically for aggression. She's coming with no regrets. And she's telling Dakota and the entire world, you're going to see what really happens when Denise Kielholtz goes all out. This isn't trash talk. This is a veteran fighter who has fought the best in the world, telling her opponent that she's unlocked a new level. That's terrifying. But Dakota Ditcheva isn't backing down one bit. The undefeated striker fired back with her own message, and honestly, it shows the frustration she's been dealing with in her career. Dakota responded, yeah, and exactly someone that's fought 3 times. Do they want to fight me at the end of the year? They might say, oh sorry, I'm injured. Or, oh, I'm not fighting again this year. I'll do it in January. That's a whole year out for me. So, it's testing, for sure. But something will come, guys. Something will come.
Yeah, and exactly, someone that's fought 3 times, do they want to fight me at the end of the year? They might say, oh, sorry, I'm injured, or oh, I'm not fighting again this year, I'll do it in January. That's a whole year out for me. So it's testing for sure, but something will come, guys. Something will come.
Yeah. You can hear the determination in her words. Dakota has been waiting for this moment. She's been ready to fight, but finding opponents willing to step up has been the challenge. Everyone knows what happens when you face Dakota. You get picked apart from distance with laser-sharp striking. But now she has Denise Kielholtz, a fighter who isn't afraid, a fighter who wants this smoke. And Dakota is ready to prove once again why she's remained undefeated. Dakota also sent a message on Twitter, making it crystal clear she's locked in, she's focused, and February 7th can't come soon enough. Now let's break down exactly who these 2 warriors are, because this matchup is absolutely stacked with skill and danger. Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated striking phenom, professional record, undefeated height, 5 feet 9 inches with massive reach advantage, background, 5-time world kickboxing champion fighting style, precision, Muay Thai striker with devastating knees, elbows, and body kicks, strengths, distance control, timing, patience, calculated pressure. Improving clinch game and takedown defense, Dakota fights like a chess master. Every move is calculated. Every strike has a purpose. She uses her length to keep opponents at bay, while she systematically breaks them down. Her opponents have to walk through layers of fire just to get close to her.
Against defense with body shots.
Combination again, punching her way out of these clinches.
Naba not able to match speed on the outside.
Crashing in again.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Out of the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn, another knee finds its way to the face of Sumiko Inaba, and an elbow from Dakota.
Inaba can't take a lot of those knees. There's
Denise Kielholtz, the explosive veteran, professional record, 8 wins, 5 losses, height, 5 feet 3 inches, compact power package, background, former Bellator kickboxing world champion, notable wins, Kate Jackson, Christina Williams, Sumiko Inaba, who Dakota also fought, fighting style, explosive combinations, dangerous left hook, elite kickboxing pedigree strengths, inside fighting, raw power, veteran experience, thrives in chaos. Denise may give up significant height and reach, but make no mistake, she's dangerous. Her left hook can change any fight in a split second. She's fought elite competition across multiple combat sports. When Denise gets inside pocket range, she unleashes devastating combinations that have put many fighters to sleep. This is where things get really interesting, folks. This fight comes down to one critical question: whose strengths will dominate the other's weaknesses?
And buff. Anytime. Very good. Lift, buff, yeah. And do the end. Great. In. Make. Stop. And out. And guys. Go. Bad, yeah. Top, yeah. Top, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
If Dakota can control the distance, and that's her specialty, Denise is in for a long night. Dakota will use teeps, jabs, and angled footwork to keep Denise exactly where she wants her. Those long limbs, those sniping jabs, those devastating body kicks, they all become weapons that Denise has to walk through just to land her own shots. Dakota's game plan is simple: stay long, stay technical, and pick Denise apart from the outside. If she gets comfortable, this becomes a striking clinic. And if Denise tries to close the distance too aggressively, Dakota has the clinch game to control her, land knees and elbows, and even trip her to the ground.
.107 for Ekaterina, she passes hydration. 124, she makes weight.
Dana White, the most powerful man in combat sports, has just sent a massive bombshell message to PFL champion Dakota Ditcheva after witnessing the terrifying performance of Ekaterina Vanderyeva, the woman they call Barbie. Her hitting speed, her ferocious power, her ice-cold precision inside the cage. White couldn't ignore what he saw. His message was clear: Ekaterina Vanderyeva is the biggest threat Dakota Ditcheva will ever face. And now, Barbie has fired back with a warning of her own, a warning that has the entire MMA world on edge. Stay tuned, because this rivalry is about to explode. let's talk about why Dana White is so concerned. Ekaterina Vandryeva isn't just another fighter. She's a three-time Muay Thai world champion who has been destroying elite competition for over a decade. Born on January 20th, 1991 in Belarus, this 34-year-old striker has compiled an incredible record of 58 wins in kickboxing alone, with 16 knockouts. Her teammates nicknamed her Barbie because of her beauty and resemblance to the famous doll. But make no mistake, once that cage door closes, she transforms into something terrifying. Her overhand right is devastating, her kicks are vicious, her movement is razor sharp, and she has something Dakota Ditcheva has never faced before: years of experience against the absolute best in the world. Vandryeva even holds a majority decision victory over former UFC strawweight champion Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Let that sink in. She beat one of the greatest female strikers in UFC history. When Dana White saw her latest performance, he knew immediately this woman could end Dakota's undefeated run. And then came the call-out that shook the MMA world. Ekaterina Vandryeva looked directly into the camera and delivered this bone-chilling message to Dakota Ditcheva. Dakota Ditcheva, you think you're the queen of this division? I've fought legends. I've beaten champions. Your impressive record means nothing to me. I am the biggest threat you will ever face. I've been destroying top-tier competition while you were still building your name. It's time the world sees what a true world-class striker can do. Come September, let's settle this once and for all.
Честно скажу, то, что было в прошлом, никак не повлияло на мою самооценку, потому что все как бы понимают, что, например, когда я с Бунта на Супергерл боксировала, как бы были многочисленные экспертные мнения, когда считали очки многие, есть специальные как бы такие фирмы, которые этим занимаются, как бы все говорили, что это абсолютно как бы слитые бои. Что касается, например, тоже тот, да, вроде выиграл бой, пропустил сонную артерию, ну, блин, так бывает, было обидно, конечно, ну, чё так, вот. А последний, да, у меня было просто моральное уже истощение, честно сказать, хотелось уйти из спорта, что я и сделала, но как-то вот ушла вроде месяц назад, буквально One Championship предложил мне продление контракта, я просто сказала...
Those are fighting words, ladies and gentlemen. And coming from someone with Vandryeva's resume, they carry serious weight. The question now is, how will Dakota Ditcheva respond? Dakota Ditcheva didn't take long to fire back. The undefeated PFL women's flyweight champion, riding a perfect 15-0 record with 12 knockouts, took to Twitter to send her own message. I've heard it all before. Legends? Champions? I've beaten them too. Tyla Santos was supposed to expose me. I finished her in 2 rounds. Every single opponent who stepped up has been knocked down. You want September? You've got it. But don't be surprised when I add another highlight reel knockout to my collection. The throne is mine. Come take it if you can. Vintage Dakota. Confidence. Fearless. Ready for war.
Pull out when you should down. Pull over here. Stop. Get up here.
Oh. That.
Draw back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You got two? Yeah.
At just 26 years old, Ditcheva has already become the youngest champion in PFL history.